And I have a bet with my client. One of us, well, him lose a bet there already because by the time, you know, you know what I'm saying? By the time them things are done, tattoo done dep on hand. So, yeah, somebody gonna be a follow fashion.
In the room sick, right? Knock on her door, open the door. Not the clad girl me see in a bed with man.
Okay, doing what?
In a bed with man.
Doing what?
How the fuck?
Doing what?
How the fuck you gonna bring your man from downstairs to upstairs and see your mama blood clots, bitch?
Wagwan my suburbs and my subtons, big up on a nice clean self. And to the newbies here, welcome to the channel. It's the Barb with another update. Coming up in this video, I have two live that I'm gonna share with you all. The first one is with Vybz Kartel lawyer talking about how the appeal case went, and the second one is with Amari and her daughter got into a feud. The girl bring man into Amari house and she was not having it. Let's get into the details. The first story that we're getting into is with Vybz Kartel. So the Vybz Kartel appeal case at the Privy Council in England had come to an end yesterday, leaving Vybz Kartel and his attorneys feeling confident that the world boss will be a free man. So in 2 to 3 months time, a verdict will be handed down. In the case, there were 3 options on the table and one got thrown out because the lawyer made it perfectly clear that they don't want a retrial. So there are 2 options on the table right now. The first option is the sentencing number will decrease to a lower number, or the case will be thrown out and be nulled and void. During the court hearing, people, a can of worm had been opened pertaining to the justice system in Jamaica. A lot of light had been shed on the system to show that it is really broken and there is a lot of fixing that need to be done. I think it is fair to say that Paula Llewellyn, Andrew Holness, and the rest of the law system in Jamaica is to feel embarrassed that they went to England and show up themselves. They showed themselves right out that they are really corrupt. Basically, the DPP did not have any concrete evidence
To the constitution, so you have to keep far and contain yourself. I'll say it that way. Otherwise, you find yourself rushing legislation and just in the constitution. Trying to say it right this time because I don't have $500,000 to give nobody. Anyway, so after saying that, we're now at the Court of Appeal, and in their judgment, they had some critical paragraphs. So if you're really interested, you can go to the judgment and you look at paragraph 209. And the videos are out there circulating. So go for yourself. Look at 209. Look at paragraph 238. That's the clincher. And I have a bet with my client. One of us, well, him lose a bet there already because by the time, you know, you know what I'm saying? By the time them things are done, tattoo done dep on hand. So, yeah, somebody gonna be a follow fashion. So, anyway, moving from that. So, from day one, you see these things, and you know for sure there's nothing more intriguing than knowing when you know something is wrong. You have an internal locus of control, so you have a feeling when something is wrong. And when you hear people who can't really articulate themselves, police running, shoot 14-year-old, and they say, no, this wrong, we want justice. That is the call of somebody that is aware that their constitutional rights, their right to be treated like with humanity is lost. So right there and then is the crux of what I'm getting at. And so day 2 comes. Now really talk about the case safe and except for day 2 comes. Day 1 horrible, obviously, for we don't know, but day 1 not going so well because it's difficult to argue. It's difficult, the women, it's difficult to say to you, you shouldn't work. You shouldn't work. You shouldn't be in the workforce because you're a woman. So in this particular situation, as a woman, you should stay home. As a woman, you shouldn't do certain things. Well, it's the same thing. Black people, you shouldn't be treated as a human being in a white society because you're black. You're not like them. And it's hard to justify that. It's like saying we need to get back to slavery. Slavery is right, because if you read the Bible right enough, you should obey your masters. If you read the Bible right, you must obey your politicians and vote the color where your community is or left a place. So when you think of it like that, or short people, tell them wicked to as a short man, 5'11", never really get the 6. The people 6 and over, them hype. But the only thing hyping on them hype is them high, but nothing else. But so I have like 3, my mother have 4 sons, 3 of them gone way over the 6, 6'3", 6'4", I think one of them 6'5". I used to say, boy, I'm short, but go to St. Thomas and check a Obia man, and the Obia man say, you have to get your antennas up, make sure say your rust grow long, and make sure you have the vibrations and things so the energy can go into your brain, because it's important. Say, yeah, so rather to be short and bright than tall and dunce. Yo, if my brother them beat me up, would have to do it for me, So anyway, don't believe that alone. Zambo, I'm so sorry. I know that you're bright. Marcus, I know that you're bright. Peter, you're hopeless. Yo, I guess. Alright, let me stop. Anyway, so I'm just trying to identify you, markers of discrimination. I know I'm on here but I'm in the UK, and I can fight. Peter, I can fight. Plus you all know. Don't mash up your hip. Don't try me. Anyway, yeah. So I was identifying markers of discrimination is what I was trying to identify. Reggae Global people, I know they must be saying ISAt on I promise you is water. But yeah, markers of discrimination. So I spoke about the woman, spoke about the black people. So there's a today for you, tomorrow for me. So when you're talking about constitutional rights, I want to make it absolutely clear. And before I left Jamaica, I said this to my clients, the importance and significance of your case. I want you to appreciate that it's not just about you. This is a transition, a monumental moment in the Jamaican society where you're either gonna get rights or not have it. You're either going to be a solid victim of jumping up in the truck back, or being recognized that even if you don't have the money in your pocket, the creatures of the country, creatures of the constitution, that's why they're creatures. They're humans when they're not in uniform or not in office, but creatures when they're serving you. And they understood it's not just about them, as albeit the benefit of freedom. The benefit of freedom is a recognition that the words on the paper is not just words on the paper, it has force. It's the done of all dones. And every Jamaican has to be passionate about that, so you can say, what will do to me? I know my rights. In countries like the United States, when you identify your rights, they leave you alone. When white people are being racist and they have a job, you say you're racist and they'll be investigated and they'll leave you alone if they are. But the burden must always be that the people must treat you with respect. But at the same time, you must not be offended by the truth. If your mouth stinks, you must go brush your teeth. And if you're ugly, there are things you can do about it. They have cosmetic surgery if you're really not easy on the eyes. And life is so funny because the people around me, like my brothers that I talk about, if I start put on weight, them tell me say your belly big and you don't look good. So I have a unit that can make me know to self-check. And and conflating the two so people can understand that there are times when you will be offended, but it's not a breach of your rights. But there's times when there are persons who are serving you go on spaces like this and say things about you, find themselves. I heard that in the paper today, some minister had to apologize to some FBI guy because the lawyer wrote them, and I was like, wow. You have your big job and you're gone on show and behaving like ISAt, and well, you're not gonna lose your position because you're with the elite, but you're behaving like some lawyer down there and speaking out of turn. So you go, it pays, especially if you're defaming people. But back to the importance of what I'm saying. We know at the rights aspect of it, and this is key. This is so important. We know of a jury, 12 of them. Let me show you what a jury used to look like. Who can tell me, and I'm stopping to look at the comments now, who can tell me what's missing from a jury like this? Because back in the days, this is what a jury would look like. Let me try read the comments. Allison, Guy to Williams, Diana Atkinson, Jamaica Vibes, BCA, Rabbit Teeth. What kind of name that? Kevin, talk to me. What you seeing? See, LLC say no females on the jury. One time for vote, you did have to have land. So no black people not upon them jury because black people never have land. So the concept and idea of the jury from the time of the Magna Carta was that distinguished white men who were noble and who were peers in a society would be the ultimate judges, albeit not from the law, but judges of the facts. And so your peers would have been distinguished gentlemen who would be able to make decisions about you. That's who they were. And so when I was getting my training and my training to speak distinguished, because there was a thought that, as an island boy, you need a little vibe to speak. So, you had to try to ensure that you speak dignified and speak like the floor that you sit on, and a little frumpy to ensure that you get it right. But anyway, outside of that, one would realize that a jury of your peers, our charter, make sure it not say jury of your peers, it say unless the charge is withdrawn, you're afforded a fair hearing within a reasonable time and independent and impartial court established by law. So the jury now have to be your peers. So when you go in a court and you see the helper come in and you see the same Sky Juice man where you never want to get $1, and you see the office manager and you see the JP from Upper Seoul, and you see a doctor and an accountant, and you see somebody from Upper Senandra, a wife. She usually becomes the foreman because she not on work. But she know if you swipe a credit card because the husband at work. And him sometime asleep with the helper, so that goes. So she don't come in on the jury. Well, bitter. But anyway, that type of so the juries are part of the days of our lives. So that's why you have secrecy of the jury room, because if you don't know them, they're just people who are citizens that have a right to act, and we have a jury act that says it. As long as you're not mad, as long as you not contact the dead, and as long as you don't go to St. Thomas and you get the frog and you put the lock in the frog mouth and you lock it, and you get the dead man born and you say behema, and you get the bottle of white rum and you remember quick cream soda, as long as them things are not going to forget the verdict, you're good, and you pretty much know, say, you don't have nothing to worry about. But the complications comes in now when the judge has to balance who is on the jury. because you have a constitutional right to a fair trial. So the jury who are going to be the judge of the facts, they can't be biased. And then you have implicit bias and you have explicit bias. Now, you have the conscious bias and subconscious bias. These are the things that is faced within this trial. Now, everybody know, in them days there, me can't think of one person who don't know ramping shop. It's kind of like in the 90s, all babies were made from R. Kelly. Well, in the 2000s, if you're a 2000 babies, chances are wherever your parents came from, they listen to some Vybz Kartel, so that's how you got here. Anyway, moving from that, that jury was made up of people who were being bribed from as far back as November. You would have heard the respondent, that's the lawyer for the prosecution, says, listen, the man is corrupt. One juror is corrupt. One juror is convicted of trying to attempt to pervert the courts of justice. That's bribing. But this man used to went to lunch with them, knew them from even before the first juror came off. There was it. And none of them from November to March, to the 13th of March, none of them don't go to the judge. You get bribed from way back in November and none of you don't listen to no oath and signal, nothing. But them saying you must pretend that those persons is not listening. And that is a matter for just the common man with common sense to understand that don't feel right. Because justice must not only be seen to be done, It's not justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. So when people say that no look right, that's the starting point. So if you want to convict somebody, you must do it legally. It's almost like you can't, two wrongs don't make a right. And to ask that you waive it, waive my wrongs because that person is wrong, is the most kindergarten response.
Coming up in the next segment of the video is with Amari and her daughter Destiny. Now the both ladies got into a heated argument for IG and Amari was so upset, people, and she was not having it because Destiny invited her boyfriend over and she wanted him to stay, and Amari did not want that because Amari saying the guy just came out of prison for robbery, so how can Destiny allow a stranger in the house and she doesn't really know the guy like that. And not only that, people, Amari said Destiny is threatening her, say if the guy cannot stay over, she will make life miserable for everyone in the house. So Amari really went in on Destiny. Amari called Destiny some real derogatory words. It's the first me ever hear Amari deal with Destiny like that, because I always felt as if Destiny is her favorite child.
No, it wasn't.
You understand?
No, it wasn't.
I say to you,
First day,
why you gonna want the motherfucking nigga to stay over? And I said, I don't want him to stay over. Then you gonna threaten me and tell me that you gonna tell me if he don't get to stay over, you gonna make life unhappy for everybody in the house. If you ain't know this guy like that. You know, and I tell you.
What frustrates me is when there's other niggas who's not doing shit.
No, but I'm talking about that nigga. I'm talking about that nigga that you don't know. You want to but that's a
one job or nothing.
Talk about your fucking nigga who you want to force to stay in my house.
There's times we don't even let me go in.
It's like the same thing she did with Robert when Robert was 15. First of all, I'm your mother. Second of all, I'm fucking Amari.
Are you crazy?
And you want a fucking stranger to stay in my house, stay in my house, stay in the room next to me. I'm fucking talking. I'm fucking talking. No, you got fucking tell me. You got fucking tell me that if the nigga here's how she did it.
Other bum ass niggas there.
Talk about your fucking self.
And I've been telling you for months about that nigga.
Talk about your fucking self. The guy just come out of jail, right? For robbery.
Lay out on the couch
for robbery.
Josh went to jail
and you
for
gonna have that
violence.
person.
And he went to jail for domestic violence.
Stay in my fucking house.
He still will.
You understand? The code to get into the fucking house. She coming in the house and letting people know the code.
I never gave him no code. So
you know somebody charged for robbery, right? And you don't know nothing about them. You understand? And then you gonna tell me. You asked me if the person can come over. And I said, no problem, right? The guy come over. Next thing I know, I'm fucking talking. Because guess what? Even if you try to stop me from talking now, I'm still gonna tell the world, you fucking bright and out of order. Fuck you, I don't bring no fucking man in my house.
Move in.
Why the fuck you gonna bring a man in my house?
That's why your lack of intelligence. Oh, that be a big brother? Be a son?
You don't just attack one human being.
So you're
you fucking wrong. And then she know I gotta come to New York. And you gonna punish me and let me step out without looking bougie and all?
You sound dumb because you're the one.
You understand? I'm talking to a fucking man. I'm doing a video, Anwar. I'm doing a video with a fucking fan, and I wasn't confident to even open my mouth and talk. You understand? Because the things I'm supposed to take with me, I end up not being able to take those things because she basically leave the house for hours to the man house.
Hell no,
knowing that I gotta leave out.
Stop lying. And nobody knew you was leaving.
Because
nobody knew you was leaving.
Stop fucking lying. Stop fucking lying.
You chose that within 30 minutes. You talking about you was gonna leave somewhere.
I'm telling you.
And then when I asked her, she said she still was gonna leave the next day. She said they planned to leave Sunday. It was Saturday.
She's a fucking liar.
No, that's not.
Twice I see her. And I said I gotta leave. Twice.
Before y'all left, did you leave the house?
Huh?
Did you leave the house before
Twice.
I'm in front of the door. She talking about I went to the nigga house. That's cap.
And when the first time she missing, she said she was in front of the house.
No phone.
So the second time she missing Anwar, I say this ain't gonna stop me from going on my media tour.
We packed because we've been packed for New York before we even went to New York.
Anwar is when we driving out to leave. That's when I see the coming from the boy house.
I didn't come from
the same boy that I tell don't come back to my house. Listen, no, in front of the boy, she gonna tell the boy that no, basically I can't stop him from coming there.
I didn't say that.
In front of the boy, she gonna be like, in front of the boy, she said, if I don't let the boy sleep over, if I don't let him sleep over, how the f you gonna bring a fucking stranger in my house?
He lived there for months. We took him to get his driver license and everything.
You know, Anwar, you know the thing that you put money in and you have codes and all that?
Yeah.
You have all those things in the house. Now you have this nigga checking out my house, nowhere this is, that is. You get what I'm saying? Everything is right there. What the fuck?
You want to say?
I tell her.
One lecture.
And you know,
thing that's gonna
let me tell you, you could up, you could puff. I'm gonna talk what you do.
Something for real? You don't come and live with us.
Anwar, let me tell you what the bitch. Let me tell you what the bitch do. I come from Jamaica after I do my procedure, sick like a dog, right? And I'm there in my bed. This bitch asks me if her boyfriend can come over, and she shouldn't even be thinking like that because your mother is sick. You understand? So I said no problem. I said no problem.
She invited them over many times.
Shawnee don't bring no nigga in my house.
Yes, she can.
Don't bring no nigga in my house.
You said she could.
Shawnee bring
You
no
told
nigga
her
in my
she
house.
can.
And let me tell you.
Chanel, when you was in Jamaica,
Josh
told her Chanel bring multiple
These are the baby fathers. You understand? This bitch know this boy from nowhere. And what? Let me tell you what this bitch do on my sick bed. So I come from Jamaica. Remember, I'm already in a lot of pain.
Spending time with the nigga. I was still
listen, you don't want.
I was still tending to you.
Okay, do me a favor. Can you stop talking and let me talk?
I'm still tending to you.
Can you stop talking?
Don't try to make it a lie.
Can you stop
I don't even
talking?
spend time with the nigga. He's there and I'm still cooking and cleaning in front of the nigga. Why you don't tell the truth?
Let me tell you what the bitch be doing. Let me tell you what the bitch be doing.
Lie.
So Anwar.
Lie.
So I'm there sick, right? So when I come from Jamaica, I also came back with a terrible cough. You know, the type of cough where you can't breathe. Don't know if it's COVID or what the fuck it is.
And I wasn't taking care of you?
The boy,
I
check this out,
Say
Anwar.
I wasn't taking care of you.
When the boy come by the house, right? She say to me, she's sleepy. So I say, so go get some rest.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't sleep since 4 a.m.
Right? So I said, go get some rest. She was like, look how she's slick.
No, I wasn't being slick. I said, can you stay? Can you come to my room or the living room?
Yeah, this shit. Yeah, if I'm sleeping, where we gonna stay? I said, I guess he sit there till he taking
No, I did not. I said the room or the living room.
And next thing I know, I'm in the room sick, right? Knock on her door, open the door. Not the sick clad girl me see in a bed with man.
Okay, doing what?
In a bed with man.
Doing what?
How the fuck?
Doing what?
How the fuck you gonna bring your man from downstairs to upstairs and see your mama blood clot sick bitch?
Sleep with the nigga, yay or nay? Yay or nay?
Hold on.
Yay or nay?
No, I don't do that to you.
Or not? Did I sleep with the nigga?
She ain't know him no time.
Amari, don't say
She know him couple weeks and the whole time he been in jail.
Don't say you didn't do that to me.
The whole time he been in jail.
That's cap.
How long did you know?
The I have the nigga in my bed. In her bed. I give you a room and you gonna bring a nigga right next to me.
How long did you know?
Right next to me. You hear what she said? She don't care. You understand? I tell her.
I did not do it.
I tell her.
Don't be in my room. I did not bring him back here.
I tell her don't do it again. Guess what she do? Guess what she do, Anwar? This time the gonna tell me, listen, we gonna sleep in the living room. You gonna sleep over, and if you don't let it happen, I'm gonna make trouble for everybody.
No living room. I never said I was
Destiny,
gonna sleep in no
I ain't gonna talk much, but I tell you, I'm gonna tell you,
you
gonna get fucked. He gonna get fucked.
Talk about
Let me tell you, don't fuck with my dough. Don't fuck with me. I will fuck you up. I will fuck you up, you nasty, stinking bomber cloth. You have no respect for me. I will fuck you up. And ain't nobody gonna say nothing cause you gonna be 21 years old. The right time to fuck you up.
I don't care. You biased. You can't even be.
You understand?
The same rule.
Little germs old bitch. Germs old bitch.
When you was in Jamaica.
Let me tell you something.
You forgot?
You don't know that cause you were in Jamaica too. I'm talking about fuck you. You're disrespectful. In front of the man, you know. In front of the man, she had tell me, say him office here. So anyway, let's go to the point, son. Let's go to the point. So Anwar, I say to the nigga, do not come back here, right? Next day, ready to come to New York. Guess what she gonna do? Oh, I didn't tell you. I was cooking rice and peas and chicken. I know it sounds like a fairy tale. The bitch leave the rice and peas on the stove. After I tell the man to leave, gonna run down the man. So I'm upstairs, you know. Remember, I'm there sick. I say, the Lord tell me, go downstairs. When I go downstairs, the rice and peas burning up.
How you talk about you?
So I turn off the stove.
How you talk about you?
When I turn off the stove, guess what? She don't come back till 1.5 hours after. Imagine if me never go downstairs.
You talking about?
Cause she running down the nigga.
You the same person.
Now hear what she do now, Anwar. The next day, when I'm supposed to leave for New York.
Is that a valid excuse?
Didn't Amari go
She
downstairs?
acting like
Amari went downstairs and said she want to start doing things on her own. She want to be more mobile on her own.
Is that a valid excuse?
What do you mean? I could be a Grammy bitch. First of all, Amari ate Culver's.
So because
she ate Culver's.
Hold on.
Then she told me that's not gonna do enough cook. Late at night. I did everything. Did the chicken how the fuck you prepare rice and peas? You know process.
Rice and peas. She leave it to go run down the man. No, Anwar. So what?
And she talking about I'm chilling with the nigga. I do not chill with that nigga. Cause even if
so
you come,
Anwar, so Anwar, so then
stop telling me that
so
I'm with
then
the nigga when I'm
we
still
have to
focused on
leave
you
for New
every
York,
second of the
right?
day.
Like Amari can't do without her. So guess what? As long as she don't get me ready,
I feel like you can't do without me.
I can't go nowhere.
Like
so I see her. I say, Destiny, we're leaving for New York. You know what she do the second time when I see her?
So when you say you left the food the night before, so
she leave the food.
So basically you left the food so she can help herself.
That day she came to me talking about she want to start doing shit on her own.
So you left the food so she can help herself.
Did you not say that?
All right, wait, hold on. Let's have a conversation.
You keep talking about you don't want to do shit. You said it yourself. Amari said it herself. She want to do shit on her own.
Right, so what that got to do with you leaving the rice and peas on the stove and not telling anybody anything?
One simple question. All right, one simple question.
Running down dick. That's what she be doing. Running down dick.
I could have got dick. You know damn.
So because I tell the boy, don't come back to my house. She know I'm supposed to leave for New York, Anwar, and for 2.5 hours, Destiny was gone. So Sharnay try her best to get me ready, but you know that everything she put away everything. How the fuck you gonna tell me I can't stop your man from coming to my house?
I didn't even say that. You sound
in front of the man, you gonna say if he don't stay overnight, you gonna cause trouble for everybody in the house. I you up, bitch.
Niggas there. First of all, you was never supposed to even bring all these people in Cali to begin with.
We ain't talking about that.
That's where you messed up.
We talking about you.
Said you was not
but
supposed
I
to
tell
bring
you,
these people.
I'm Destiny. It's gonna get worse. I'm gonna get a restraining order, and if that nigga cross the border, woe be unto him. I'm gonna fuck Destiny. You know I'll fuck because I fuck you up before. You know it's like you don't learn your lesson. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Why
is a grown man acting like he's incapable?
You are a fuck. That's what you are.
And putting groceries in the house.
That's what you are. A fucking
capable of doing that.
All my son is saying is respect your mom, dog shit. That's all my son is saying. Respect your mother's house. That's all he's saying. You dirty bitch.
What do you mean? The nigga don't look for a job and he on the phone.
No, I can understand where Amari is coming from. No, I used to feel as if Destiny, not even used to, I feel as if Destiny is Amari's favorite child. It's the first I've ever heard Amari dealt with Destiny in such a manner, just to show you that Amari is really hurt about the situation. Now, probably if the guy was a decent guy, Amari wouldn't feel a way about it, but the guy is a criminal who just came out of prison for robbery. That meaning said, the guy can steal something from the home. I must commend Destiny for being respectful throughout the heated argument, because a lot of time people get in heated argument and things came out of their mouth that they don't mean. I love how she controlled herself and be respectful and know that Amari is her mother. Even though Amari said some horrible things to her, call her some horrible names, she still remain respectful, and I love that about Destiny, that she respect her mommy. But if the mother is sick, furthermore, Amari, you're a big grown-ass woman. Why do Destiny have to bathe you and to fix you up? Okay, we get that you're Amari and you consider yourself to be a celebrity, but at least Destiny can have a social life where she have a boyfriend. Destiny is 21, Amari. Destiny is young. At least you can let her live her life. You understand what I'm saying? But Destiny, I guess Amari wants you to choose better, not choosing a guy that just came out of prison for robbery. No mother would want their child to pick up something like that. So I can understand their both point of view. Now, I believe that Destiny has always been there for Amari. She does everything for Amari. I believe that because it's always Destiny and Amari on IG Live. It's always the both of them. So I think Amari could have went a little bit easy on Destiny, knowing that she does everything for you. At least give her a little time to do something for herself. You never have to call her a hoe and this, that. You don't even have to dog her up like that, Amari, because at the end of the day, you didn't have to dog her up like that because it's your daughter and it wasn't really that serious. You're saying that she a run down, she's a hoe because she want man. You should never have to deal with her in such a way, which I don't really like the tone. But then again, it's her daughter, so she's free to say or talk to her in any way she chooses. Now, to the justice system in Jamaica, I've been wanting to touch on this topic. We all know that the justice system in Jamaica is broken. The justice system does not cater for justice. The justice system cater for who know who. The justice system cater for the bigger heads. The justice system only cater for the governments. The justice system only cater for high-ranking people. When it comes to justice in Jamaica, it's a few gets justice. There is no justice in this country. It's all corruption and cover-up. Anyways, if you have made it to the end of the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. See you in the next video. Bye.